Paul joins us. It's his first interview of 2015 and the first of the new Congress. Welcome back to Washington, sir.
Glad to be with you, Greta.
All right, so Republicans, are they going to end gridlock? And if so, how?
Absolutely. We're going to begin voting again. And I think part of the way it has to work in the Senate is you have to let the other party have votes. So what had happened for the last several years is Harry Reid just said no Republican amendments whatsoever. It's my way or the highway. Senator McConnell saying, I'm going to let Democrats have votes and Republicans have votes. It will take a while, but we will vote, and then we will pass legislation.
All right, so why is there not gridlock? Let's say, as a hypothetical, that you vote in the House and the Senate, because the Republicans will own both as of tomorrow, that you vote to repeal Obamacare, something that the Republicans want to do. It then goes up to the president. He vetoes it. Now we're at a standstill again.
Unless we come back and say, well, now we're going to repeal part of Obamacare, are you going to veto that too? So I think there'll be votes on total repeal. They may or may not succeed. There'll also be votes on partial repeal. There'll be votes on things we really want and maybe he won't agree to. But the only way you can figure out what the compromise is, you have to have votes. If you never have votes and one side just puts up what they want and nothing else, then nothing ever gets accomplished. So I think by putting bills forward, you're going to find out what the president will veto and what he won't and what the middle ground is.
All right, suppose that you vote to repeal Obamacare, and let's say hypothetically, I don't think it's going to happen, but the president were to go along with you and repeal Obamacare. What in the world would happen? I mean, what would happen to the American people? What would they have or not have?
We could try freedom for a while. We had it for a long time. That's where you sell something and I agree to buy it because I like it. That's how we operate in most of the rest of the marketplace other than health care. Now the president has said you can only buy certain types of health care that I approve of, and anything I don't approve of you're not allowed to purchase. We could try freedom. I think it might work. It works everywhere else.
Wouldn't we go back to the situation where some people simply couldn't afford health care with that? Because right now we have the healthier, more affluent people subsidizing the less healthy and less affluent. Then they would end up back at the hospitals, and the hospitals would be providing free care again, and now we've got the financial burden back on the hospitals. So we're back to square one.
The interesting thing is they still do that, because even under Obamacare, there are some people who get subsidized insurance. But the subsidized insurance has a $6,000 deductible, and so what do you think those people do with that $6,000 deductible? They probably are still a non-payer. But here's the thing is, nobody's talking about a time when the government doesn't participate at all. Even before Obamacare, the government did take care of the bottom 5 or 10% of our public who were on Medicaid. So, and then there was also charity. So there are different ways that we take care and help the poor. Nobody's saying we wouldn't still do those things if we didn't have Obamacare. What Obamacare did was take some of the things we did for the poor, and then they expanded government to basically the whole market.